All right, look like we're good to go. Look like we alive. Look like everything's good. Should be the audio is probably gonna pop up because I did try to disable it, but it's gonna blow up in my ears in a second. I already know what it is, so I'm gonna wait till that happens, and we'll be good to go. Yep, there it is. I knew it. It's all good. All right, this is episode 232 of the First and Framerates podcast. Myself, DJ81. Today we're going to talk about the NFL draft. This is our preview part 2 until we have the actual NFL draft coverage that is going to be on Thursday, 2 days away. It is, to me, is very exciting that the draft is coming up, especially with my team. It's going to be picking number 4. DJ's team, you're picking what, number 19? 19? And we're going to have a Spectacular Pool with us. He's going to be with us as well. And I think his team picks numbers 12 or something like that.
No one cares.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be really interesting to see like everything that happens. Not to say that, not only to say that you have a lot of things that may happen that's unexpected with the quarterbacks, offensive line, wide receivers, even some cornerbacks, all in the top 10, maybe top 12. It's going to be really interesting to see. This episode is not going to be too long because we're just going to talk about some sleepers because we're going to flip the script from we did the first episode where we talked about where players may go. We're going to actually talk about a couple of sleepers. We got a list of the prospects. We're going to talk about a few that you may want to keep your eyes on, not only just in the first round. We'll talk about them later on in the draft throughout the weekend, but just keep your eyes on them. Also, we're going to do some bold predictions. Probably have our couple. We're going to probably make 2 predictions to see what players go where. We're going to give us our 2 cents on that. With further ado, we're going to go with the intros. Let DJ go first. DJ, how have you been and how are you recovering, bro?
Well, I would say I'm close to 90% there.
Okay.
But the roadblock is now the second COVID shot tomorrow morning.
Okay. Also,
Yeah.
so we're gonna know really how it's gonna be once you when we're doing the draft on Thursday.
You're like, I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah. So other than that, I've been doing okay. Like the concussion recovery is going well. Haven't experienced any symptoms. Everything's kind of really just slowing down to a crawl. Other than that, been gaming, especially MLB The Show, and
Yes.
and man, I can't. I'm like, it's y'all probably already saw the little clip I put up on Twitter,
Yeah, and I responded.
and obviously that's a yearly clip that I will be posting until they fix it. So
I mean, that's been going on for like 5. That's been going on for like 5 or 6 years now. It's unbelievable.
yeah.
It's crazy.
But overall, it's a beautiful game of baseball. I'm like, man, I'm just like, every year I get this glow, but it's also my skin because I've been using Dr. Splash.
Here we go. I knew that was coming up. I knew he was going to do that.
I set it up myself. But yeah, it's that glow like like I'm a little kid again playing baseball. It's like I'm getting in there. I definitely should jump on and live stream a game. So, and it won't, I'm not going to purposely try to entertain you guys, but some of the shit that I say during these games when stuff happens, it's just like I'm on that field playing. So, yeah.
But this is what I've been saying for the longest. Like when you play these sports titles, you should have that type of immersion to where you feel like you're there. Like when we was growing up, I mean, hell, even when we were kids, DJ, I'm pretty sure you remember this. When we used to play sports titles, we actually had like that imagination that we were actually playing. And even back as far as the PS2, we was feeling like we were at the games playing. So it's like we've been trying to chase that down for so long. It's like, MLB is probably like one of the only few games that actually still gives you that. It's really sad when you think about it, but
like I said, for me, it's literally flashbacks to Little League. Like I'm like hitting a home run, striking somebody out. The attention to detail as far as I know, and actually Hollywood brought that up in his video too.
Yeah, shout out to Hollywood, man. What a great video that he put out today. Really good video.
Yeah, if it was 2019, but I'm just. But yeah, shout out to him. I at some point you were going to come around to that conclusion because we've been there for quite some time. So welcome.
Yeah. And I'm probably been the only one that really been trying to fight it, because I've been on record saying I've been trying to continue to play Madden throughout all of this, and it's like y'all notice I haven't talked about it within a month since the last time I said I was going to play it. It's like I'm with DJ. DJ said he can't deal with the injuries and the wear and tear system. Like I've gotten to the point where I play it and it's like I win a game, but it feels like there's no incentive of winning a game in a franchise mode, and that is so unfortunate. Like at least with MLB The Show, when you win a game, it feels like something. When you win a game in NHL, let me tell you about NHL. NHL is so satisfying when you score a goal. It makes you feel like you've accomplished something. Like with MLB, you strike somebody out. It feels like you accomplished something. Madden, you just hope and pray that you can complete a pass without no wonkiness. Now I'm dead serious. It's like you don't feel no joy and no happiness when you make a touchdown or anything. It's just that's something about that needs to change. It's really ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But as for me, I'm still setting up stuff in here. I did play Madden 2001 on the Monday Retro Stream yesterday. That game, and I mean, I don't think people know this, I'd never really played this game that much, because back then I was on NFL 2K1. I didn't get into really the PS2 Maddens to Madden 2002. Madden 01 has some things in that game that's needed in Madden today. And we always say that when we talk about all these games. Oh, something in Madden 04 needs to be in. But like seriously, Madden 01 that was a well put together game for its time, and it's still a good looking game to this day. It's just really sad that the PlayStation 2 version of EA Football was crafted so well, and they still have yet to replicate that to that point where not only that the visuals look clean, because the visuals look clean now, but the immersion is set into that game immediately as you play it. It's just ridiculous. I mean, even Spectacular Pooh right now, he plays EA Football on the PlayStation 2 emulator. I'm pretty sure he's 100% immersed in playing in that game. Mr. Ham says the same thing. Madden 01 was excellent in my opinion. I'm gonna be honest, I was ignorant. I did not know that game was that good. I was just thought that Madden 02 was the beginning of really good PlayStation 2 football, but no. Madden 01 is like really good, really good. I missed out on that, but and nothing to take away from NFL 2K1 because I was big on the Dreamcast back then. But I had to give props to Madden. I mean, EA Sports, they did a good job back then. You know, it's like you would love to see them put all that in their games now. But nevertheless, today we're going to talk about the NFL draft. We're going to talk about the sleepers. We're going to look at some of these prospects that are lower down on the list. We're going to see who could possibly make an impact. Also, we're going to have a few bold predictions. That's not just for me and DJ. You guys in the chat as well. You can make a prediction of whatever your team's going to do or what you feel like your team's going to do that nobody else may not think of. Whatever player that you think that your team has an eye on that nobody knows about. That's where you guys come in. You guys can put that in the chat. We'll post it up and we'll talk about it and discuss it. Complimentary Sports says Madden 01 is the boys of the hood of all Maddens.
My God.
Spec Pooh also said that I'm starting my own league with NCAA 06 at the moment. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like those games back then from Madden 01 up to Madden, y'all don't know, Madden 12 was actually a PS2 game. But even up to there, it's like those games was just done very, very well. It's like, it's amazing, you know, how they were done. Madden 03 had grass on their helmet. Yeah, if they get tackled, they'll have the grass up here. Matter of fact, I'm not sure if that was 03. I think they probably started that in 02. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. But yeah, they had the grass in the helmet if they hit the ground. And you don't even see that anymore.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Like I said, they got to the point where that attention to detail is missing. The fact that on canned cutscenes, everybody's the same fucking height. Size. I'm like, it's ridiculous.
It is. It really is. I'm not gonna lie, it really is. I'm gonna put up these. I'm going to put this up for everybody to see, and let me pull these. Make sure the aspect ratio is right. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna put this up so everybody can see.
And while he's bringing that up, reminder for tomorrow's episode, what the fuck just happened? I wanted to throw this out there right now.
Go ahead. You good. You good.
Make sure you guys watch Mortal Kombat, because I'm going to be talking about spoilers in the show tomorrow night. So just make sure you guys watch it. Just wanted to put that out there. I don't want nobody crying talking about I ain't even seen the movie yet. Damn, I ain't even got the awkward feel on that one. But but yeah, make sure you guys see Mortal Kombat, so that way you guys are fully prepared to tell me what you guys really think.
DJ, give me 1 second. I need to flip over to the other monitor. Well, I'm probably not. I'll just probably back out and come in, because with this high refresh rate, obviously the video and stuff is running at 60, but this monitor is 144, so it's like
Ooh.
yeah, it's like it's jumping up and down. So I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna go out and come right back in.
Okay. All right. Let me see what Pooh just said. So Pooh says, "I literally drop links so people can watch it. No excuse." Exactly. People need to be prepared these days. Matter of fact, there was another thing that I put out for you guys that you guys didn't do. Some homework that y'all didn't do. All y'all got zeros on it. And that was watching my channel for videos of the past so y'all can comment on which ones were your favorites. Nobody did that. So I wound up not having a topic on it. Zeros, every single one of y'all.
Oh, man. All right, I give up. It's not doing it, so I'm just gonna give up. Whatever. Can y'all hold on? Let me make sure. I'll put it over here. Let me see if I put it over here to be better. But no, everything's good. It's not like I'm disconnected. It just looks really wonky on my screen with the high refresh rate, and I hate that it looks like that.
Is it trying to match the other one and it has to slow down?
No, it's trying to. It's basically my monitor is running at 144. Right. And what it's doing is, even though it's 60, it's trying to keep up at 144 when it's only 60. So what it does, it just like, oh no, it's good now. Oh, okay. Since I moved over to this monitor. Perfect. Okay. That's better. That's much better. Okay. We're good.
The man's got a control center out in his right there.
No, I had to move it over to the 60 frames monitor for it to work, because it was like the banner on my screen. It's like jumpy, and it's like because it can't keep up with the frame rate.
The TV in the back there will probably have a map of the globe and all the missile sites that he can launch from. Right, they got the codes right there. That little Xbox One Series S right there.
It got the little button on the side.
The panic button.
All right, let me jump over here. All right, I'm gonna pull up the All right, here we go. Perfect. There we go. Good. This is much better. All right, let's talk about let me move this, hide that. All right, let's talk about some of these prospects. Like for you, I don't know if you've seen anybody down the way. I'm gonna go down to at least round 40-ish. And we're just gonna talk about some of these kids and what school they are, and we're just gonna put it out there and see what we think what's going on.
Let's just make sure we're in what rank are you at?
I'm at 40 right now.
Okay, good. That's
we can start around 35, 40. We can look at any of those guys who possibly be sleepers. If you guys know somebody that we don't know, please add them to the chat, and then we can analyze them as well. Because I think I can click their names. Yeah, see, we can talk about them. Oh yeah, great.
It pulls up to the side. Perfect.
Yeah, that is perfect.
Put it on that Thursday.
Yeah. Thank you. That's good to know. Okay. So for me, I'm going to go out here right now. I don't think this guy is necessarily a sleeper, because I was looking at this earlier and I wanted to start at 40, but nobody really, I heard his name a few times, but this kid right here, Jabril Cox from LSU, I think he's just going to continue to add on to that legacy of all LSU linebackers coming out of college doing really good. You're talking about like a Levante David. You're talking about what's the other guy named Devin? I think it's Devin White. Then you got Deion Jones. You got a handful of LSU linebackers that came out of there for the past 4 or 5 years. That's actually been pretty good. They got him ranked 2 out of 5, which I don't believe that. But I think this kid right here is going to be pretty good. Whoever picks him up, probably mid-second, late third round. Nobody's talking about him, so I believe that he will be a sleeper pick. But I think he'll be able to contribute right away.
I see a huge concern with him. I'm reading this last part. It says, when it comes to areas of concern for Cox, run defense, playing through contact, and being consistent with being an assignment sound defender are the primary areas that need growth. So that's pretty much the staple of being a linebacker in the
That
NFL.
is, yeah.
Huge.
This guy Marino, I don't know if this Dan Marino, but he put it out there that he's not that good at the position. He said Cox profiles as a productive NFL starter that brings a rare coverage skill as set to the table. So if he's going to be that person that I say he is,
nickel linebacker.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to have to be like a nickel linebacker. Possibly he's 6'3", 233. Possibly safety. They probably move him to.
Right, because I know Washington. I know we're trying to get Collins to switch to linebacker. So I don't know how well he can cover tight ends, but we need a linebacker that could cover man to man, possibly on tight ends. So I'm like, that kid could definitely get a look, but I'm gonna look around to see if there's anybody else.
I think if he's playing linebacker, he may be a liability. I tend to agree with that once I'm looking at everything about him. But if he can cover like they say he does, I think he'll be a nickel linebacker or possibly a free safety. I think he'll be good at that area. They'll probably move him there.
Wait a minute, hold on. Move him to free safety. That's a big conversion.
Did I say free? I mean strong safety. I'm
about to say.
Strong. Did I say free? I mean strong safety.
Well, you got teams that kind of alternate. They have like two strong safety types, but they alternate depending upon how they want to disguise their defense.
Right,
so
right.
The quarterback is not keying on a certain players, because you know how like you can key on a position, but then if you're prepared, a prepared quarterback, you'll know who's playing that certain position. So if you got like. But going back, referring to Washington again, you have Curl and you have Collins at safety. Which one's free? I don't know. It depends. Which one? And the one that winds up playing free is the one that the opposite is going to be the one that winds up rolling up on the coverage. So if you can get like a linebacker that can be like that hybrid position,
right?
That's where he would be useful at, but I wouldn't until he grows in those other areas. I wouldn't use him in everyday down situations.
Right, now I can agree with that. I think he'll be perfect for one of the situations like, let's say like how the Steelers they kind of rotate their defensive backs. I think another team that does pretty well with that. I know the Saints do that as well. I know the Falcons have been doing that as far as not rotating the secondary, but they've been rotating linebackers. So if they do that, he'll be a good fit for that as well. And even with the Seahawks, they do that as well. I mean, they've been doing it since they lost the Legion of Boom. So he'll be a good fit for them. Sweet Jones, he says Javon is nice. Javon Holland out of Oregon, number 44 on the prospect list. He's a 4-star safety out of. Why is he so low? I'm trying to look and see. It says he's excellent athlete, loose hips, agility, body control while in coverage. Aligned in the slot, he demonstrates the coverage upside to allow the coordinator flexibility. Yeah, I don't know why I don't see why he'll be so.
Well, these are rankings.
Yeah, that is true.
So
and also it's rankings on all positions too. So
right.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you're talking about like if you were to go by safety, because if you highlight the position panel, you can highlight by position. I'm gonna put safety. He definitely is.
He's number 2.
Yeah, he's number 2.
Okay, so that makes a lot of sense now.
You're talking about a guy that if a team's looking for a safety in the first round,
that's your guy. I don't even think this is not even a sleeper pick right here. This is a kid that's possibly going to go first round, early second round, possibly. So I don't look at him as a sleeper pick at all. But anybody that you've seen so far?
I was sitting here looking at this. This tackle out of here, mission Jalen Mayfield. Now let me see
what number is he.
He's number 40 on the dot, but let me see what he is on the. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th ranked.
I think back me all the way out of this thing. Why did it do that?
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, when all I did was went to the second page and then I backed out to go to the first. And
yeah, so
Jalen Mayfield, offensive tackle out of Michigan,
redshirt sophomore. So technically he would be. Redshirt sophomore. Wait a minute.
That means he'd
be a junior.
Yeah, he's been 3 years in, so he's eligible for the draft. 6'5", 319 out of Michigan. What we said? What list he's on with the other tackles?
All right. Let's see. I just said the number. There's my
I
concussion.
think he's number 5 or something.
I think it was like number 6. Number 6 and number 7.
Wow. Yeah, that is like the epitome of a sleeper. If he's number 5 on the tackle chart.
Number 7.
If he's number 7 on the tackle chart and they got him at number 4. Yeah, this is a kid that probably, if nobody's really looking at him like that, you're almost looking at maybe like a 3rd rounder, maybe 4th. And he has like, from based on what his rating is, like he has a big upside. They could probably get him for cheap. And if you once you get in the 3rd, 4th round, you don't have to pay him much. Which we want your players to get paid, but I mean you only get paid on based on what where you're drafted. But he'll be a steal for any team that gets him, and he could probably be an anchor for that offensive line if he lives up to what they're saying about him.
Now the thing is with him, just to throw in, is that I know it says offensive tackle, but he can also move the offense to the guard position, and it's kind of like liking to Brandon Sheriff, because I remember when we drafted him as a tackle, and we actually experimented with him as a tackle, and that failed. But we moved him to right guard, and man, right. Beast. But to tell you the truth, when he was at Iowa, Brandon was a beast at tackle. So it was just, he was. But I always thought that he was too slow to play tackle on the NFL level. So now he's playing guard. It's a perfect fit. So depending on this player's overall speed for a lineman, I could see him possibly moving in at that guard position. But
yeah, and I think on the way that where they got him set up, I mean, he could easily be a sleeper or a steal for a team, because the way, if they got him number 7 overall, if nobody really keen on him, he could possibly go into the 3rd round, maybe late 2nd. It probably even in the 4th if nobody's really paying attention, because there's not too many tackles that they really get picked like that. So he could possibly go into the 4th round and probably be a really good pickup for a team.
I'm sorry to pick her, but know how we're sorting this through the position? This will actually clean everything up. If we just go by position, we can actually do it.
Just go through every position. I get it. Just go through every position. Yes. Okay, let's start. Let's do it. Good look. Let's start with the quarterback. What quarterback you think that'd be a sleeper for?
God, there's a big drop.
you see that, right?
I'm glad we switched to this, because now this.
Because look, like seriously, after like Mac Jones, Kellen Mond, who the hell is Davis Mills?
They don't even have a picture.
Exactly, who is that? Like, I mean, you literally, but even the first 4, you dropped from 24 to 65. That's crazy. That's one hell of a drop.
I got Trask at 116. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's almost accurate.
Now, just a reminder, everybody, these are rankings, but we can pretty much gauge by the ranking. And now that we are doing it by this sorting, we're definitely going to see who the sleepers and who's going to be asleep.
I will say this. I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to tell you a few guys. I'm going to give you like 2 or 3 people that may be pretty good coming into the NFL that nobody talks about. I think Kellen Mond is going to be one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that was the name that popped up, and I didn't even know who he was at first, but now I'm going to get a chance to look at him.
Yeah, Kellen Mond is a good choice. And Felipe Franks, I've been big on Felipe Franks. And I don't want to admit it, Zach Thomas might be all right from Appalachian State. He might be okay. But I'm more looking at what's his name that went to Georgia that ended up playing for the Bills. Oh man, was it Jake Fromm? He gives me kind of those Jake Fromm vibes, and he'll probably be like a backup or somewhere. Jamie Newman would have been probably a top 10 pick if he decided to play this year. He opted out of Georgia because of COVID. And but he was actually pretty good at one point playing at Wake Forest, moved over to transfer to Georgia, but he didn't end up playing. So those are my picks: Mond, Felipe Franks, possibly Zach Thomas, maybe Peyton Ramsey, maybe. You got anybody on this list that you're looking at?
I'm like, the common theme is that everybody's either a red shirt senior, so they've been playing for like 5 years and they're ranked this low. Most of the people we probably won't even see, they'll probably get picked up as an undrafted free agent. So I really don't see any sleepers here.
If I truly want to say a sleeper, I would lean on Felipe Franks, but I'm kind of with you on that. For the sake of conversation, I named 4 people, but for me, it probably would be Felipe Franks. But I don't see any of these quarterbacks possibly like actually taking a starting job and getting good value out of them, and actually, you know, leading a team for the next 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean?
I see them like a lot of their profiles are saying they're ideal for a developmental role, and I'm just like,
yeah, that's a red flag. Yeah, that's a red flag. You're right. That's a red. But Kyle Trask, everybody was saying he was NFL ready. I didn't think he was all that good.
Mm-hmm.
So he may be the most NFL ready one. I like Felipe Franks because he can throw and he can move. And I'm not like saying he can throw obviously a quarterback. I'm gonna tell you he has an arm on him and he can move a little bit. So at 6'6", 234, I mean that's a lot of weight he's throwing around. So that's why I was looking at him. But nevertheless, let's go to the next.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Let's see. Is Sweet Jones saying KJ Costello?
Yeah, KJ Costello. A lot of people were saying that he was pretty good. I never really get a chance to watch him though. 4-star.
Damn, they said the ideal role, developmental number 3 quarterback that would need multiple years on the practice squad.
Whoa, where you see that? Wow.
Yeah, you keep scrolling down.
Yeah, I see it.
Their scheme fit and an ideal role. So you just look at that, and yeah, you're talking about
It says for unexplained reasons he relies on becoming a sidearm thrower in order to generate more touch on the throws down the field. The unorthodox technique is a trait that's worked for him, but the mix and match of arm angles can become a bit unnecessary and a tendency revealer.
Yeah, that is true. It's just
you're right, because that's what they did with and they had to fix Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers was like that when he first started.
Yeah, and I can personally attest to that being a former pitcher. Now, pitcher and quarterback usually one and the same relative to their sports. But I would throw a fastball, changeup, had the same arm angle. I throw a knuckle curve, it was a sidearm. Everybody knew it was coming. First of all, I would have this huge windup that I usually do for fastball and changeup. That
makes sense.
But the difference was I would throw my right arm up in the air, and it would actually reveal how I'm holding the ball. And
so they know what pitch is coming.
Yeah, but they couldn't stop it.
That makes sense. Sweet Jones said KJ Costello played shortstop, so that makes a lot of sense now. Mm-hmm. Why he's throwing the ball that way.
Yeah, I mean, as a shortstop, again, I did play shortstop, and there's a lot of times for any reason that you're just like either throwing the sidearm, overhand, 3/4. It just depends. It depends on how you feel the ball. So the L goes to the scouting person who wrote this, because if you watch them play baseball, then that's why he does it, because it's in it's natural part of him to throw at different angles at whatever time. It was like whatever his body angle is will be the angle of the throw.
Right, but in some cases that could play to his advantage, especially if he's a mobile quarterback as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that could play to his advantage. Let's look at some running backs. This kid right here, Puka Williams out of Kansas. Whoever picks this kid up is going to get a really good running back. I think this is one sleeper that nobody has talked about. I think this kid is going to be really good. He said ideal running back is number 3 running back in the committee. I mean, that's why most offenses are ran now anyway. I mean, unless you got like a Derrick Henry or Najee Harris coming in, you're going to have 2 or 3 running backs. But I think this kid's going to he can catch out the backfield. He does pretty well. As far as running backs, he's way down here at the bottom. But a lot of people have been talking about this kid as well. And I watched a couple of clips on him. I think he's going to be pretty good. That's one running back that nobody's talked about. Anyone that you see? Because I think the top 4, Etienne to Carter, they're surefire running backs. They're going to be straight.
Mm-hmm. It kind of depends. Don't have an idea, but let me just look at this list one more time. Where we're at
running backs.
Running backs. Let me change the sort on here. Okay.
Yeah, look up Puka Williams complimentary. I mean, he actually can play a little bit. Like, and I'm not joking when I say that. He's all right.
Right. So let me see. Because there's not really a huge market for running backs.
It isn't.
So
it really isn't, because most teams already got theirs. Like I said, Etienne Harris, Javonte Williams, and Michael Carter. Those guys are just so good. You got to take them. Yeah, the rest of them is just they're just falling off from there.
Yeah, because a lot of these guys probably get picked up prior to either undrafted or they'll wind up going to either CFL or the XFL, whatever they decide to do. So,
but I think Puka Williams is going to be like a 4th, 5th round pick, and he's going to be one of those guys that's going to contribute to a team right away. You could put that down as one of my bold predictions. I think he's that good, and I don't think he's like one of the better running backs, but I think he's good enough to transfer to the NFL and be a very productive running back.
Right.
Yeah, I think he is. Let's see.
Yeah, and once again, this is like a huge drop off.
Yeah, it's another huge drop off. Especially once you get, even with Michael Carter, they got him dropping off, and he was Javonte Williams' teammate. But really, like, after Michael Carter, that's it. You know, it's like even after Javonte Williams, that's it. Like, everybody else is like, and I think Trey Sermon might be another one.
I was just looking at him too.
Yeah, Trey Sermon is another one that people need to keep their eye on. I think he's going to be I think him and Puka Williams, like, easily, they're going to be guys that you might want to look at, like, easily. Right. You know, I mean, anytime you can go and check out some highlights on Puka Williams, I stand by that. Mm-hmm. Complimentary Sports asks, is Najee Harris first round talent? Yes, he is. I believe that Najee Harris is first round talent. I think Travis Etienne is first round talent. The problem is the NFL don't value those type of running backs anymore. I mean, just because of the offensive change. If everybody was running, look who's here. We'll pull him in a second. If everybody, what I'm about to say, if everybody decides to run the ball like the Titans, mm-hmm. or like how people used to do in the early 2000s, right, then it'll be different. Then these kids are going like in the top 15, probably top 20. But now, due to the fact that they don't value the running back like that, you know, now that's why you see a lot of running backs going the second round. Mm-hmm. What's going on, Bills? How you doing?
Look who's back.
Here we are.
Look who's back.
Bills is back, everybody. Everybody give Bills a wave. Good to see you back.
A wave? How about a round of applause?
Close enough. Close enough.
So,
man.
You know what's funny? I figured people would have noticed that I was stalling for a quick second, but Smooth DJ pulls it off again. Thank you, Pooh, for letting me know what was going on. So, yes, we are back again.
All right, yeah. That's... So what's been going on with you, man?
Life, man.
Outside of you becoming a low-key celebrity this past week.
Oh, shit, man. Thank you. I mean, that was a pretty fun experience. I mean, I just been working, man. Just been working. How y'all been?
That's what's up. Hey, man, same old. Just keeping the train rolling, man. Nothing special. Going to work, tiring myself out. I'm moving everything upstairs again, so my game room is about to be restarted again. So, other than that,
yeah, he's in the attic now.
Yeah,
he's attic VF, gaming attic,
both. Let's jump over to the wide receivers real quick. There's a big time drop off when it comes to the talent level. I mean, after Devontae Smith, everybody's trying to rave over Rashad Bateman, but Rashad Bateman is okay. But I think he's just up there higher because these other three are going to be picked really fast. So that's why his stock is going up. if everybody was on the same playing field, or if you only had one receiver that stood out, Rashad Bateman would probably be like a second or third round receiver. And it's not just because it's just not, because I don't think he's that talented. I just think that the demand is just not there. I mean, he's number 17th ranking, and let's be honest, it's not too many people in the NFL that are drafting for wide receivers right now, but they have him at 17 because of the demand for Waddle, Chase, and Smith, because they know these guys are probably going to be going in the top 10. So his stock goes up because of that. Outside of them, I'm going to look at a few players. I don't see anybody that could be a sleeper that could contribute right away. I'm going to be honest. Maybe Kadarius Toney, but they're already talking about him going into the early second round, so is that really a sleeper? And everybody else on this list, I have no idea. I have no idea what the hell is going on here. None. I don't know none of these guys. Any one of y'all want to jump in and figure out who could possibly be a sleeper at wide receiver outside the first three?
And Bills, do you have this list? Because we can.
It should be in the private chat if you can find it.
I can't see it. I don't see it.
Okay, I'll resend it. Hold on.
Yeah, because when you originally sent it, he wasn't here, so
okay, that
wouldn't
makes
show
sense.
up on his end.
That makes sense. All right, hold on. Let me copy it one more time.
But yeah,
I could have sent some titties in here, and I don't see it.
I don't think you would miss that.
Depends on whose titties.
What? Wow.
I said depends on whose titties. What do you mean I don't think I would miss that?
I'm just saying, if it was just a picture of titties with the head cut off, it wouldn't matter.
Hey, man. Hey, it's nothing wrong with looking at titties from the IBTC. It's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But, yeah, that's the list right there. We're on wide receivers now. DJ, while Bills is looking at that, you got any of them? I don't see anybody.
Well, wide receiver is in high demand because of the way the offenses are playing these days. See it, but what we really need to see is who can, as far as these sleepers, who can play multiple wide receiver halfback, like when it comes to like the jet sweeps and stuff like that. So I need to find a person that fits.
Kadarius Toney, I know he can do it. He's done it at Florida. Mm-hmm. I do know that. Terrence Marshall, he could be. Pooh said he could be a sleeper. I don't think but Terrence Marshall kind of suffers from the same thing because the fact that Smith, Chase, and Waddle is so high in demand. He's going to be boosted up as well. I'm looking at these guys down here with Tywan Wallace, Amari Rodgers, the Cade Johnsons. Who are any of these guys who are probably going to get picked up and actually contribute? I don't know none of these guys, so I have no idea.
Second, Amari Rodgers, potentially, because I'm looking at his size at wide receiver. He's 5'9", but he's 211. That's solid enough.
He played at Clemson too.
And that's what I'm saying. That like he's a potential that could be a sleeper on somebody's team that runs a lot of read options.
So they got him playing. They got him playing in the slot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, if Washington was looking for another option there, that would be the third guy, because literally Washington has two players, one who's been in the league for a while, the other one was a rookie last year. And we got Samuels, so we got three. Wouldn't hurt to have another one. Just saying.
Do y'all have this sorted by position? Because I can't find the button to sort it.
Yeah, go to the top where the position's at where it says next to school and click that.
Right.
See, if you look on the screen, see where my cursor is?
Yeah, all you gotta do is scroll over it and
it'll show it. See how I did it?
I got some. I'm on Internet Explorer. I got some bitch ass ad blocking the rest of the
wow.
Oh man, you still using
ads
the
by
E?
Google, ad by hose, nigga.
You still using the E?
Because what happened was Chrome always gives me problems, so I figured I would use Internet Explorer today.
Right.
And here we are. So I'm gonna find it on my phone.
Spectacular Pooh says, "Dude is looked at as first in the draft, mid-second round. That doesn't qualify him as a sleeper, then." That you low key kind of made my point. You talking about Terrence Marshall?
Oh, Terrence.
You kind of made my point. It's like that's why Bateman and Terrence Marshall would easily possibly be sleepers if the first three were just good. These three guys right here are probably like game changers, whoever team they go to.
See,
Waddle, Chase, and Smith are just that good of receivers once they get drafted. If they were just like I'll put it like this. If everybody was on the same talent level as Marshall and Bateman, or a little bit higher than Rashad Bateman and Marshall, if there was a little bit higher, these guys would probably be late second rounders.
See,
but the fact that these guys are so good, they're in demand.
See, I would think that since wide receivers are in demand, period, that would not make him a sleeper. Because it's just like if the pool is that deep and there's not much separation between any of them up until you get to De'Ami Brown, then you get Amon-Ra St. Brown at 53, and then even so, there's not much separation between those until Amari Rodgers and Amir Smith-Marset.
I totally understand what you're saying. I just think that I think number 4 and 5, Bateman and Marshall, I just think that they're up there a little bit higher because these three guys could possibly go before the 7th overall pick. You know what I'm saying? These guys could be gone before pick number 8 in the draft. So those two guys are going to be higher in demand because these guys, like say for instance, if Waddle, Chase, and Smith was going like 17, 20, or 24, if they were projected to go around in the mid to late first round, Bateman and Marshall will be going in the late second round. That's how I look at it. Because the talent level is more evened out. The talent is so top heavy with the first 3. It's like, okay, those guys are going to be there. We're going to have to get a receiver. So their ranking is going to be higher because of that. That's the way I could be wrong, but I don't know if that even makes sense. But that's just the way I look at it because of that. Because it's just the top 3 are just, they're damn near could be number 1 receivers wherever they go.
Yeah, because you're talking about, let's see.
You know, and like I said, everybody else is on this list. I don't know them. I haven't heard of them. Like you made a good assessment with the kid from Clemson,
Amari Rodgers.
Yeah, you made a good assessment with him. He could be one. There's another one, Cornell Powell from Clemson, but I'm not sure about him.
Wait a minute, let me look at this Cade Johnson. It looks 5'10", 186. He could possibly be a returner.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy passing out, and you know he's with what's his name, Trey Lance. He played with him.
True. Yeah, I'm looking at anybody else. I don't see anything. I think I'm just gonna jump to the next one. Bills, you got anybody you see?
No, because this fucking website is still fucking with me right now, so I can't sort it to wide receivers. I mean, look, I've seen a lot of talk about homeboy out of Alabama. He's like 166 pounds, and they're talking about him needing to put on weight. He says, "Oh, we're not bodybuilders or football players, bro. You're gonna have to put on weight." I mean, let's just be. That's what I took from that whole thing. You're gonna have to put on weight. You're 166 pounds, bro.
Hey, some safeties are going to be eating his ass alive, and I'm not saying that in a sexual manner.
I mean, no one was thinking that until you said it.
But my thing is, okay, can we name? I mean, Percy Harvin was what, the same height as him, and he was a good 200.
Yeah. Percy Harvin was solid though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, you got to put on some weight. Percy Harvin was smaller in college. He put on weight when he got to the NFL. He put on even more weight when he got to the Seahawks.
Yeah, because they told him once he got to the Vikings, they told him he had to put on weight.
Even Kevin Durant said the same shit going into the NBA. He put on weight.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't put on
I mean, you got to think about it. I don't know anybody in NFL that's under 170. To be honest with you, I'm not even sure if there's anybody in NFL outside of a kicker or a punter that's under, 180. If you really think about it.
Because this is not college football where he's going to be faster than everybody else by such a wide margin that nobody's going to be able to box him in and just lay his ass out.
Yeah, I mean, you even look at it like even with Darren Sproles. Darren Sproles had to put on some weight.
Well, Darren Sproles was like 5'7".
Yeah, but still, he was over 180 though. I would think he was.
Darren Sproles was deceptively strong. He benched. What they say? He benched like 300 pounds, something stupid like that.
Yeah.
But
let me look that up.
I mean,
I even know kickers that are over at least 180. You know what I'm saying? So like that's going to have to change. Like
it's a terrible. I get what he's saying, and it's not like he has to be even 200 pounds, but bro, you got to put on at least 10 to 15.
Yeah, Darren Sproles was 5'6", 190.
Yeah.
I look at it like this. He'll just have to learn the hard way. I'm like, he's
gonna learn.
Good athlete, but he's gonna learn that
he's gonna learn in practice.
His injuries are gonna be through punishment, not necessarily, or he'll just get broken in half. If somebody gets a good shot on him, that's it.
Percy Harvin, 5'11", 190.
Right, exactly.
He wasn't that big of a guy.
No,
the list goes on and on.
Yeah, Percy Harvin had to be no more than 5'9" to 5'10". I'm guessing.
And you're talking about, if I stand up in front of this camera, it's pretty much me.
Right.
I'm 5'10", almost 190. So, yeah.
Who's saying Deshaun Jackson is 175, but that's still bigger than 160, bro?
I don't think he was 175 his entire career, though. He had to be more than that at one point. That's what I'm saying. He had to be bigger than that at one point.
Remember how he first came into the league? See, this goes to the example. He came into the league that small, but he bulked up because he was tired of getting beat up.
Right.
So,
Sweet Jones said they're going to finish his ass.
They're going to perform a fatality on the field.
Bro, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that fucking bubble screen. You know, the moment somebody comes in unblocked,
he's done.
I mean, at the wide receiver position, you have to, at the very least, be able to shake off an arm tackle every day.
At least one per play. I mean, every time you touch the ball, you should be able to break one tackle at least.
The smallest you should be at receiver, as far as muscle, especially if you're going to be his size, is probably Julian Edelman.
Yep.
But even Julian Edelman was over that weight, you know?
No, he definitely was, but that's what I'm saying. That should be the smallest you are.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Right.
At this rate, he wouldn't be able to break an index finger tackle.
Nah, he's gonna be one of them dudes that get the ball and he sees a guy coming in unblocked and he just drops, like Chad Johnson used to do. Just drops.
Let's talk about tight ends. Who you think will be a sleeper here? You got Kyle Pitts and nobody else. I don't know nobody else.
Yeah, because it's like Kyle Pitts and then go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, look at the ranking is number 3, then everybody drops off to 40. Let me make it bigger for you so you can see.
Well, look, I mean, any tight end that comes out of Penn State gonna be a problem because not for that reason. No. But no, seriously, that dude's actually really good.
Yeah, I heard some good things about Pat Fryermuth. I heard some things about him, but nobody outside of those two, I don't see anybody.
Is far and beyond the best tight end, and I mean.
Yeah,
he's the best tight end prospect in
probably last 5-7 years.
Yeah, so
cause I don't see anybody else that are actually, you know, even if they were picked up, I don't see anybody who will be able to contribute right away. I don't know any of these guys.
And a lot of these guys are gonna end up getting moved to receiver, like tight ends tend to do anyway these days.
If I'm going to stretch out and say I'll say maybe Nick Eubanks because I've heard his name a couple times.
Yeah, in Michigan, he's pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard his name a few times on like ESPN or whatever. I haven't watched many Michigan games, but I've heard his name. But outside of that, I mean, basically next.
Actually met Hunter Long.
Okay, Boston College. Yeah, that makes sense.
He's cool, but they suck. So
offensive tackle. We talked about this last episode, DJ, how many offensive tackles that's going. That's actually going to be pretty good. And we just talked about one earlier. We talked about Jalen Mayfield.
Wait. Let's rewind back because I have my eye on somebody at tight end at Virginia. This dude, Tony Poljan. I'm looking at his height. He's 6'7", but he's 225.
He's going to put...
He looks like one of these guys. He'll probably put on weight, but if he keeps that weight, I can see him... Tony Poljan.
Right here. 277.
That motherfucker 6'7"?
Yeah. They got him listed as ideal development.
Wait a minute.
Tight
end, Sweet Jones said he's 6'7", 245. Motherfucker, why ain't you playing football somewhere?
At QB.
Oh, he does. He plays football.
He actually plays football?
Yeah, Sweet Jones plays football. Yeah, right. I think he plays semi-pro. He actually, no, dead serious. He does play football.
Oh, well, good. You better be.
Yeah,
6'7", 245. Shit. Think you are Byron Leftwich?
He better not throw any interceptions with that height.
But see, this is one thing about tight ends in general. You can be a developmental tight end and still be successful in the NFL. Because you don't have to. The tight end position don't have to do too much, but like block pretty good and get open. You don't have to do. Yeah. I'm just talking about like the ideal team. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't have to do most guys who come in that position don't have to do something like right away. It's not like with Kyle Pitts, he's so talented, so they're going to look for him to do something. But most of the time when you draft one, like, hey, look, we need you to block a little bit, go out and do a little curl route, get open. If you can run a quick post or whatever, we're good money. Because if you're just good at getting open, it's not much to develop there. It's just repetition. So this position right here, not this position, but this player, like you said on DJ, it's possible that he could be pretty good, especially with his size at 6'7".
Yeah, because the prototypical thing that I'm seeing lately, they're definitely doing the Tony Gonzalez model as far as who they're looking for at tight end. I know Washington is going with a developmental tight end who virtually has no football experience, but he played basketball, I think, down in South.
But you think about that's the same thing with Tony Gonzalez. He played basketball.
Actually, he hails from Santiago, Chile.
Oh, okay.
Imagine
this is. Oh, go ahead, Bills.
Imagine if that dude was 6'7" and couldn't block.
It's a possibility.
I'd be pissed if I drafted him and was like, bro.
They're probably trying to put his ass at long snapper or some shit.
That's
like
what
that.
I'm saying. What are you gonna do at that point? I mean, we can't put you a lineman, right?
Right. He's like, look, when it's time to punt, just hike the ball to the punter. That's all you need to do. Like, you can't do nothing else.
Oh, big for nothing ass.
Right, it's big for no reason. They have his number. He'd be like number 82, and on his name say no reason.
They should put him in number 0 since they're gonna change the number setup.
Oh yeah.
Hey, DJ said he's against that. He said he doesn't want nobody to be at number 0.
Yeah, we talked about.
He doesn't want nobody.
I think we talked about that like briefly in the inbox about that numbers thing. That was an interesting conversation.
Offensive tackle, Penei Sewell, and who else? I think, like I said, we talked about Jalen Mayfield,
Eichenberg.
Yeah, we talked about Eichenberg. I don't think any of these guys. Well, Eichenberg could be a sleeper because he's number 34. You got 6.
Yeah,
7.
and I already brought up Jalen. So.
Yeah, you already talked about Jalen Mayfield as well earlier.
Michigan always has stud linemen.
Alex Leatherwood is another one. Alabama has good linemen as well.
His name is Leatherwood.
Like, why he's not on defense with a name like that?
Leatherwood just sounds like somebody put you on your ass.
Yeah, I was saying, why he's not on defense? Like, that's like a defensive. That's like a defensive.
Well, it's funny because his scheme fit is man gap power blocking scheme. So there you go.
Nice.
Perfect. Perfect.
Like Trent Williams just come through putting people on the ass.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody else that I know.
Brady Christensen's good. That's why I played last year.
Well, Brady Christensen. Yeah, he
300.
Yeah, he is pretty good. He's not like he's pretty good. I watched him play against. Yeah, I've seen him play as well. I saw a few BYU games. I'm trying to think of anybody else.
Damn, they said backup swing offensive tackle for his ideal role.
That means he can go back and forth from the left to the right.
Or he can be out partying.
That type of swinging.
I'm gonna take my girl home. Apparently.
Well, if that's the case, he can't block nothing then.
Right. He definitely can.
I don't see anybody else. I guess we can jump over to interior offensive lineman. You guys, the only guy I can see that's probably be good, and I'm gonna be a little biased because I know this kid, Ben Cleveland, like the only one I know from Georgia. So that's the only guy I know. Maybe he'll get picked in the 4th round. He'll be a pretty good sleeper, and he'll probably be one of those guys that be on the team for 10 years that you forgot about him, after year 2. Like, wait a minute, he's still in the league? Yeah, he even looks like one of those guys. I mean, just look at him.
Ben Cleveland looks like he's going to retire in 5 years and go work on his parents' farm.
Wow. It's either that or he looks like he's like a CEO of like Coca-Cola or something.
CEO of Coca-Cola.
I don't know. It's just, I don't see anybody else. Trey Hill? I don't know him.
I'm looking at this dude, David Moore. Obviously, I haven't seen him play, but I'm just looking at his size. He's small, but he's 350 pounds. Listen,
man, he got offensive guard written all over him, or center.
Like fire hydrant. How you 6'1.5", 350 pounds? The fuck you been eating, people?
He said, Pooh said, Ben Cleveland looks like sounds like a Patriot. Or is that Leatherwood? Which one of them sounds like a Patriot?
No, I think he's saying Leatherwood. Yeah.
Sweet Jones says Ben Cleveland. I'm pretty sure he's talking about Ben Cleveland look like a lawyer. I'm pretty sure he says that. He does.
But yeah, imagine this guy pulling, and he has low center of gravity on his side.
I hope he can move, bro. You 6'1", 350.
Okay, then that's gonna make me look for film on him. Hold on.
Yeah.
They say he's a developmental guard that could turn into a starter by his third season. That's too long. You don't want nobody to be a starter by the third season, at least second.
That's why you have practice squads.
Well, that's true. But with his size, he seems like he's a offense, or not offense, but he seems like he's a center at that low center of gravity.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, he probably wouldn't put him as center, but
do teams really keep that many linemen on practice squad though?
Yeah, that's another thing.
I feel like when they draft linemen, they want to play them guys.
Yeah, they usually keep them on the roster, like usually practice squad is usually like for skill positions, mostly.
That need more development or can simulate who they're gonna play, upcoming.
Because when they're practicing, that's basically their development for offensive linemen. That's all they do in practice is like work on technique. They don't need a practice squad for that. Yeah, but I'm with you on that, DJ. At the end of the day, though, like honestly,
yeah, he likes to finish people off too. Jeez.
You talking about a sleeper? He could be one.
He likes to put people to sleep, apparently. So,
Sweet Jones says long snapper. I don't know.
Nah.
But his size says his size has the makeup of a center, but I have to see some of
his aggressiveness from the little bit I just saw. He couldn't be a center. He would definitely be a guard.
Run blocking guard. I'm just asking. I mean, but what you run blocking?
The highlight I saw him in was him pass blocking.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm like, guard pretty much is listed for power anyway. He'll already have center of gravity on anybody he faces.
What's going on, Antonio?
Hey, what's up, Antonio?
Yeah, what's going on, Antonio? How you doing, bro? Good to see you.
An XFL player.
Yeah.
Well,
all right. What's the next position? They would be
the league to find somebody 6'1", 350 goddamn pounds.
Right. Edge rusher. We got Quit Patey. We already know about him.
What kind of name is that?
I don't know. He's from Michigan.
Quitty Patey.
Quitty Patey. Quitty Patey.
Well, there's no T in his last
name. I'm telling you,
Quitty Patey.
I need to find out because I've heard them pronounce it as Patey. I'm not saying that just because I can't read. That's what I heard.
Patey, because there's a Y there.
Right, Patey.
Pronounce the Y like a T.
But that's what I heard them. That's what I heard them pronounce it as.
No, not pay. Payee. Like they pronunciate the last part.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's an idea. Change your fucking name. Here's an idea for you.
As far as edge rushers, everybody was talking about him and maybe Jalen Phillips.
Phillips is really good.
Yeah, those two are the only ones I know. As far as sleepers, I don't know anybody that anybody been talking about.
Basham.
I was looking.
Basham and Wake. I did hear that name a couple of times. He may be one third rounder or something. Yeah. Probably second rounder and probably contribute right away. I did hear that name. I will take that back.
I did. I was looking at this cat, Jason Owe. I mentioned him before the last time we were talking about.
Yeah, from Penn State.
6'5", 257.
So, yeah. Pooh says I pronounce it as, and then types his name how it is.
Exactly what it says.
That's an L. Yo, put your L's in the chat.
Now, hey, you supposed to actually use the pronunciation thing, man.
That's a fucking
spelling.
L. That's an L. I'm putting an L in the chat. That's an L. He said I pronounce it as, and then puts
and just types exactly what it is. Oh, come on.
Good Lord.
But Jason Owe could be one. Quincy Roach could be another one, too. From Miami. He may be a pretty good guy that could be a sleeper.
Putting out some really good linemen in the past few years.
Damn, everybody else rolling in with the L.
Lee Jones gave him a fucking 4-game sweep. Oh, damn. 5-game sweep.
Wow. Damn.
6-game sweep.
Jesus Christ.
I'm looking to see if they have a pronunciation for his name, but He's from Guinea. From Guinea.
He gonna put a W. You still won in like 9.
No, that W stands for whack.
Like I said, I think at the Payee, Phillips, Russo, and Roche. I think that's it. I don't know anybody else. Maybe we'll learn something.
I don't know too much about Tyron.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about Joe Tyron. Joseph Osei from Texas.
I mean, look at all the rushers they have from Miami. I mean, that's 1, 2. Then there was another one when you scroll down.
Yeah, Phillips, Rousseau, and then you got Roche.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn, the whole damn offensive line.
Like a factory of pass rushers, man.
I'm still looking to see if anybody else. Yeah, like they got 4 guys on that line that's crazy.
And notice how we're really just focusing on just page 1 of any of these. Actually, no, there's no.
No, each one it gets the full line.
It just goes on.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure.
Linebacker Michael Parsons and nobody else. Anybody agree?
Keep going.
I talked about Jabril Cox earlier. I did say that. Cox. Yeah, I did talk about Jabril Cox when we first started. Pete Warner from Ohio State. Yeah, I can see him. Dylan Moses. No, that's a sleeper right there. That kid is good. I remember watching him when they played against Georgia in the national title game when Tua came in the second half. That kid was good. And he's been good ever since then. So I don't even know why he's 122. He should be a
trade out of the first round to draft him.
Yeah, this kid, seriously, this kid right here, whoever gets him, they're absolutely getting a steal. And this kid's probably going to be going like in the 3rd or 4th round. I don't know why.
Belichick's going to trade out of the first round and end up drafting him.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's my sleeper at linebacker. Dylan Moses is going to be good. Monty Rice might be pretty good as well. He's kind of like an understudy. Yeah, he's kind of an understudy of what's the linebacker that went to the Bears from Georgia? Yeah, he's like an understudy of Roquan Smith, so he may be okay.
Who's still naming people Monty?
Right.
Somebody out there.
So I think Monty Rice, Jabril Cox, Dylan Moses. There's a lot of talent here at linebacker. No, all these guys right here, these are the guys you're going to hear about going in the 4th round probably. Maybe mid to late 3rd. Probably early as the beginning of the 3rd. These guys down here in linebacker.
KJ Britt good too.
Who that?
KJ Britt.
Yeah, KJ Britt is good. He is.
That's funny. I was just looking at him a second ago.
Yeah, KJ Britt. I've seen him play a couple times as well. He was on that team when they played what is it, UCF? Mm-hmm. That's when I first heard of him when they played against UCF when they were supposed to be the NCAA champions, football champions, whatever. This gonna be interesting right here, cornerback.
I already have someone in mind, and actually has a pedigree of the NFL already, because apparently his father used to also play defensive or cornerback. You guys remember Garrett McPherson?
Yeah, I know that name.
Yep, I think.
Yeah, Zach from Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Wow.
His son.
He's so good they don't have a picture of him.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I already seen the picture. I follow Garrett. Actually, me and Garrett are friends, so I actually seen the picture he put up.
He started at Penn State, and then he transferred to Texas Tech.
Okay. Because Garrett was at Penn State, and then Garrett.
What, back when they weren't playing in any bowl games?
This was, we talking about Penn State?
Yeah.
No, this was when Garrett was there. They were still kind of prominent. Joe was still there.
But I'm saying McPherson started.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, so he must use one of those guys who left when the whole that whole scandal went down.
Because remember, they stabilized, but they still couldn't play in bowl games.
Right, and a lot of the players left for a while. A lot of in around 2017, 2018, that's when the whole thing the Sandusky thing was going on. So he probably was one of those guys who left. Yeah. So I see what Bill's saying when they couldn't play any bowl games. Right. Yeah. No, you picked a good one, DJ. He may be a steal because even though he's down at Texas Tech, he got drafted. I mean, he got recruited from a prominent school and actually played pretty decent. Sean Wade is another one, another cornerback that from Ohio State. He may be pretty good. But these guys up here, man, we talked about Farley last time. Farley may be starting. He may drop before Surtain and JC. These two guys here, honestly, I put them above Farley in my opinion. J.C. Horn and Patrick, and it hurt me to say that because J.C. Horn played at South Carolina, but he actually played pretty good. I have to give him props on that.
Santi Samuel doesn't turn out like D. Milner.
Oh God, oh man,
yeah,
D. Milner. What is that? Is that guy at the NFL now? I mean, I haven't heard from
that dude. Been out of the NFL for a few years now.
Jesus Christ! You couldn't say that. I was about to say you couldn't say he wasn't the best thing going when he got drafted. They thought he was like the number one cornerback. He was gonna be all this and that.
The replacement for Revis,
right? So I would say I got Surtain, Horn, Santi Samuel Jr. Go ahead.
Just to make a correction, Garrett played at Maryland, and that's his older brother.
His older brother is Garrett.
Yes.
Okay.
Talking about Zach. So
yeah.
Because I'm looking at God damn, he has a lot of siblings. I'm like, good grief. Is Garrett? People aren't creative. Is Garrett, Derek, Emmanuel, Matthew, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, who played
Matthew,
Ezekiel.
Oh, I thought you said Matthew. But
he wound up going 4th round. That guy wound up playing baseball after a while. Joshua, who's playing with the CFL. And he has a sister, Kimberly, who plays soccer for the University of Wisconsin Green Bay. So, yeah, that I'm like, from what I remember and what I now recall, he does have an athletic family overall.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there looking at all the Facebook pictures now.
Y'all got anybody else for cornerback?
I mean, obviously, Asante's going to be a stud.
Yeah, I think Asante Samuel Jr. is going to be a star. I think
is Eric Stokes, JJ Stokes' son? I don't know why I'm asking. I probably is.
It's more of a possibility than what I was saying earlier about Garrett.
I'll find out. I'll look right now.
So
Eric Stokes.
Let's see. It doesn't say. Wait a minute. What?
Wait a minute.
Why they got this?
Hold on.
No, I know they got one. Eric
it's
Stokes.
It's not JJ Stokes, but I guess his parents were athletes of some kind.
Yeah, they said some guy named Eric Stokes is the senior director of player personnel of the Washington football team. DJ, you know anything about that?
Eric Stokes. That name sounds familiar, but you don't hear much.
He played for the Seattle Seahawks and the Cleveland Browns.
I mean, as far as with being within our organization, as far as like a management role, I haven't heard that much about him.
Eric Stokes. Let's see.
Or the name doesn't immediately ring a bell, but
it's just
coincidence.
Yeah,
because I don't see anything that's out there. He played at Georgia?
Yeah, apparently he's a track star.
Oh, okay. So that just goes to show you I haven't been following up with Georgia too much for the past few years.
Yeah. Just the update. That dude, originally Eric Stokes, he's the director of pro scouting.
Right. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah.
Compulsive football says Bill's finally back. How you been, bro? Hope all is well.
Did he change his name?
No.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did.
He did. He changed it.
I've been living, man. Hope you ain't going back and playing them trash ass Maddens like you've been doing.
He is. He gonna say something about it in a second. Hey, since you've been gone, he almost got struck by lightning playing basketball.
That's what you get for playing them damn Maddens. Guy was probably like, let me humble this motherfucker. Playing Madden 11. I went back and played Madden 11. I'm telling you, that game ain't as bad as y'all make it. I was like, man, you sit your ass down.
Yeah, he was telling him one day he was off work and he almost got struck by lightning. I was like, yo, bro, hope everything is all right.
That's crazy, bro.
Safeties. Who we got? I know we talked about Javon Holland earlier. Javon Morig. I think I said that right. Morig from TCU. I don't know much about him, but his name is ringing a lot.
Hamza's really good. I still
that's what I
pronounce his last name though.
Yeah, you're my eyes are the same way when you were talking. I think he's gonna be the pickup.
Nasruddin.
Yes.
Nasruddin. Yeah. I think he's probably gonna be the sleeper in as far as safeties. I don't see anybody. Oh, Richard LeCount is good too. He's good too. He's good from Georgia. I've heard his name being brought up as well. Yeah, I heard he's pretty good. He could be a steal as well.
What about this cat, our Darius Washington from TCU?
Ground shook and
they'll move him to corner real quick.
He's 5'8", 179.
Unless he's a hard hitting.
What do you think you are, Bob Sanders?
Yeah, they'll make him a nickel back. I don't see him playing safety. He'll be a slot corner. I don't see him playing safety. Not at 5'8", unless if he can tackle. That's it. Like you said, if he's Bob Sanders type, that's the only way.
No. See, here's the thing. There's scheme fit that says free safety and zone heavy scheme. So
I need to see how well he tackles.
He better be crazy athletic.
Right.
If you're playing zone, you have a chance for a big hit no matter what size you are. But
yeah, I need to see it. He has physicality as a run supporter. I need to find some tape on him. I gotta find some tape on him.
Look, Sweet Jones, if you ain't Bob Sanders at that size, I don't know how effective you can be in the league. I mean, you're gonna be trying to lay out guys like DK Metcalf. That motherfucker's gonna bounce off you.
Right. And the only person who can do that at that size is Bob Sanders.
That's what I'm saying. Bob Sanders was a freak. People don't get it. He was a freak of nature, man.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't let those injuries fool you, bro. When he was healthy, bro, he'll take you down. Right.
Problem.
Composer Football says, I've been on 2K15 lately. I've been deep diving in 2K lately, trying to figure out which is best. But I'm stuck between 15 and 16. Madden is on ice. Well, yeah, you and Hollywood Sports is in the same boat.
Sweet Jones, Bob Sanders was 5'8", 206.
Yeah, he was like, and I think he
was that small.
Right, yeah, I think at his peak he got up to like 211 at one point. It's like
dude was crazy good.
Yeah, he was. He really was.
In a league where you have Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu, for him to win Defensive Player of the Year is saying something.
Yeah, exactly. Man, those injuries really held him back though, but he did contribute though.
That year they won the Super Bowl. He was big time for him though.
Yeah, I forgot he was on the Super Bowl team. I totally forgot about that. That's the year
he won a Defensive Player of the Year. I'm pretty sure.
Right, because you had him, Dwight Freeney, Rashad Mathis. Hey, that defense actually wasn't that bad.
They had They had a couple of good corners too. I forget them right now, but they had some corners as well.
They had a pretty good linebacker too. I can't remember who else.
Bum-ass Joseph Adai at running back.
Oh God.
LSU bound, man. Hey, that's all of the
Yeah, that's all the positions.
That's all the positions. So I guess we can get into bold predictions. I'm gonna let Bills go first. Bold predictions of the draft. Who you think is gonna take who that nobody's looking at that you may, or a surprise that everybody may not think about?
I think the Patriots are gonna trade for Jimmy Garoppolo during the draft.
Really? You don't think they're gonna try to get Justin Fields?
No,
and then him and Cam Newton have to fight over who's gonna wear number one.
Well, yesterday the funny thing was that I was hearing like 5 or 6 different things. Some people said the Patriots were trading up. Some say they were trading down. Some say they were trading out of the first round altogether. So I'm of the mindset I think they're trying to get Garoppolo back. The 49ers are slowly but surely trying to distance themselves from Jimmy Garoppolo. The Patriots obviously need a quarterback, and I don't think they're truly sold on Cam Newton. He's just convenient for them right now.
Yeah, he's a 1 year, $5 million contract. He's there just for depth chart purposes.
So I think they might try to get Garoppolo. I don't know. It seems like the first 3 are kind of set in stone, other than the 49ers picking between Matt Jones and what's his name?
I think the 49ers are going to get Trey Lance. I think I don't think they're going for Mac Jones. I think there's a lot of talk about them possibly getting Trey Lance now. That's not my bold prediction, but that's what I heard.
I think my bold prediction will be that Washington trades out of the first round.
Which wouldn't be a bad move.
Because they just traded to get one of their linemen back, Eric Flowers, basically in a pimp move situation, because the way the contract works out now, Miami's paying most of that money, and Washington's only paying like $3 million this year.
Wait a minute. So y'all bounce out the first round from 19
because there's a lot of depth in other positions, particularly wide receiver, where we really don't need to draft a wide receiver, but linebacker and I'm trying to figure out and offensive lineman, because that's where our two needs are. So, but this is a bold prediction. I'm like at 19.
But I'm just thinking if you leave from 19 to go out of the first round, you're going to get some good shit out of that though. You're going to get some good picks.
That's what I'm saying. If they can dangle that and make it as pretty as it can be, put a dress on a pig type situation, and they can make it work. I see them moving out of the first round to consolidate picks so they can go ahead and go after depth, because they pretty much, like I said, my main thing was that they was going to either go offensive lineman or linebacker at that 19th spot. And they already got their old lineman, which actually was the number one concern. Now they can look at linebacker or possibly go depth after that. So,
Sweet Jones says that Julio is out of Atlanta, which I don't disagree with, but I feel like he's not going to get traded draft night, though.
No, I was just about to talk about that for a second. Julio Jones is probably going to end up getting out of Atlanta because I was listening to the Atlanta Sports Radio today. They can't afford him anymore. They need money so they can sign their draft picks. That's how tight that Atlanta is. Even after all the moves they made, they still don't have enough to sign. Well, I ain't gonna say all the draft picks, but they got 10 picks in the draft. So out of the 10 picks, they're planning on trying to use some money to sign all 10 picks, whoever they pick. So they don't have enough money to sign all 10. So they're actually talking about getting rid of Julio Jones. But if they trade him now, it's still going to count against the salary cap. So they're going to have to trade him like after June or after
June something or so.
Yeah, it's like they have to trade him after June, so it won't count against the salary cap. So he's going to be out of there, but it's not as early as you think. As far as my bold prediction, I think Atlanta. I want to say Atlanta picks a quarterback, and I think they're going to pick Justin Fields.
Is that bold at this point, though?
Right.
Yes, yeah. I think it is because nobody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about that they're going to pick up Kyle Pitts or they're going to trade back. I think they're just going to stay at 4 and get a quarterback. And I think Jackson, like I said, Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville, Zach Wilson for the Jets. San Francisco's going to get Trey Lance or Mac Jones, and I think Atlanta is going to go for a quarterback. Matt Ryan is going to be there for another year. Once it's more cap friendly, they're probably going to end up doing him like they did to Julio Jones, trade him or let him go, because it'll be easier on the cap, and then you will have the hometown kid at quarterback in Atlanta.
Can we talk about this Mac Jones thing for a second?
Yo, what about it?
I don't get it. The last quarterback that was drafted really high with his type of skill set and body type was Zach Mettenberger? How'd that work out?
Oh God.
Zach Mettenberger was
I remember,
yeah, he was like extra trash.
Zach Mettenberger was like 6'5", prototypical 90s quarterback size. They want you to draft, just like Ryan Leaf was, and they drafted him, and he couldn't move, and he fucking sucked. Mac Jones can't move. He's way less athletic than the 3 other quarterbacks that are being discussed right now: Fields, Wilson, Trey Lance, Ademan, and Lawrence. But for some reason, this motherfucker has leapfrogged Lance and Wilson on people's draft boards. I don't get it. When did Mac Jones perform at some crazy high level?
The only thing I can say that's a positive about Mac Jones, he played with a bunch of good receivers that were like world-class receivers,
right.
But he was very accurate. That's the only thing I can say about him. Outside of that, I don't see anything special about him. like I said, I think they'll be better off getting Trey Lance at quarterback for San Francisco because I think he's more in tune to what Kyle Shanahan wants to do on offense. That's just me. Like we were talking about this.
That Kyle Shanahan wants Mac Jones, and apparently everybody else in the organization wants Trey Lance.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And me and DJ was talking about this the other day. It's like Mac Jones. The only thing about him, he's like the only Alabama quarterback that actually looked like a quarterback. And it's not a shade to Tua, because Tua did look like a quarterback. The problem with Tua was Tua has a very strong left arm. He could just sling the ball really far. As far as accuracy, Mac Jones has better accuracy than him. So
wait. AJ McCarron was good. He just was on a team full of studs at other positions that made him look like he was just there for the ride.
He was good. I think Mac Jones is more NFL ready than AJ McCarron. AJ McCarron just did not pan out.
He's another guy that was stuck in cement though.
Yeah, that's true. But that's the same. That's why I don't know why they're going to pick up Mac Jones. I don't know. I feel like you need a quarterback that can move a little bit.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, even Trevor Lawrence can move. You know what I mean?
He can move well.
That's what I'm saying. You know, but he doesn't look like it though.
Ryan Tannehill is like the minimum athleticism you should have in a quarterback these days.
Right.
It's funny because Ryan Tannehill used to be a receiver.
He used to be a receiver at Texas A&M, right?
Kyle Shanahan want Mac Jones. He's dealing with a quarterback who hurt his knee and can't move now, and Jimmy Garoppolo. Did that not tell you need a quarterback that can move?
Not only that, Mac Jones and Garoppolo are almost like one and the same in my opinion. I just think Mac Jones has a pretty much a higher upside, but as far as the prototype and the way they play the position, they're almost damn near the same.
I think Mac Jones has a better arm, but Jimmy G, when he could move, was far better. It's like now he can't move, and you know he never was really anything special to begin with. But now the fact, like I said, that he can't move, he's like essentially useless.
Right.
Because a lot of his best moments on the 49ers were rolling out of the pocket and making plays out of play action. Well, if you can't move, you can't do that anymore.
I totally agree with that. It's just I'm with you because I don't know why. Like I said, I still think that at the end of the day, I think they're going to end up getting Trey Lance, but like I said, Kyle Shanahan has his eye on Mac Jones for some reason. I don't get it. Even with the Zach Wilson situation with the Jets, I mean, Zach Wilson's okay, but I saw him play against Coastal Carolina, and that wasn't his biggest moment.
Here goes David Pollock with his fucking SEC bias. Mac Jones has better tape than Trevor Lawrence. All right, I'm done.
Well, I mean, we don't need to address that stupidness. I mean, I'm not doing that. Pretend like I didn't hear that at all.
He always has such an SEC bias. All the ESPN analysts, for the most part, have like biases. Like the former players, they have biases to whatever conference they used to play in. It's pretty disgusting.
Right. But no, I just think that's gonna be the biggest shakeup of the draft. I think everybody's saying Kyle Pitts, but I don't think that the Falcons are going to pass up on Justin Fields. I think he ended up going number 4. Kyle Pitts ended up going somewhere maybe like to number 5. Number 5 is the Bengals.
So they're picking Jamar Chase, I think.
Yeah, I heard they're going to pick Jamar Chase. They kind of got away from Penei Sewell because they did say they wanted to get offensive tackle to protect Joe Burrow. But I think they're going to. The more the days went by, they started talking about getting Jamar Chase. So I get it. Because not only that, we talked about this earlier. I mean, at least last episode, me and DJ was talking about they have a lot more offensive tackles that they can pick up later on in the draft that are actually pretty quality. So, I mean, what do? You can get a game changer at wide receiver and get your tackle later. So, I do see that.
Yeah, you get your best player first and then get your needs later, especially if the needs are plenty later.
Right, like you said, like we was looking at it, it was like 7 or 8 offensive tackles that were likely pretty quality. They're pretty good quality.
Yeah, and if Devontae Smith is going to fall as far as they're claiming, then you might be able to grab him.
Yeah, because they're saying like Smith is. All right, before we go, this is another website that I pulled up, and this was updated a day ago. And this is a website called Tankathon. That's a pretty dope name, tankathon.com. I thought that was pretty dope. But I'm gonna pull up this. We're gonna look at this mock draft before we go.
Oh boy. Shit, it's only 9:30.
Yeah, we kind of agreed not to go too long today.
Well, and I just saw something that just became official today.
Trevor Lawrence number 1.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson number 2. Mac Jones number 3. Kyle Pitts number 4. Sewell 5. Jamar Chase 6. Waddle at 7 for the Lions. Lance going to Carolina.
If Jamar Chase falls to the Dolphins, holy shit.
Bro, we're not done yet. We haven't talked about Devontae Smith yet. We haven't got there yet. Trey Lance number 8. Justin Fields number 9.
What?
Patrick Surtain 10. And they got Devontae Smith going to the Giants at 11. I don't see that.
That's the worst division to be 166 in. Just saying. I'm like,
I don't see that happening.
You don't want to be bullshit. No. 175 win.
Yeah, they're lying. They're lying.
6-1 win.
Yeah, they're lying. I don't see Devontae Smith falling to. I see him falling this far down, but I don't see the Giants picking him up. Maybe so if he's available, but I always thought Devontae Smith would probably end up going like up here somewhere.
All right.
6,
I
7.
thought he was gonna fall closer to the end of the first round. I thought
Could be because of size. I can agree with that.
All right, let's keep going. Let's see.
J.C. Horn, number 12. That makes sense. I know that the Eagles been eyeing on him. Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle, Northwestern. That's actually a pretty good pick. Pretty good pickup right there.
157.
Christian Darrisaw, we talked about him last episode.
Mm-hmm.
15, they got Pay going to the Patriots. Caleb Farley, number 16. See, this is what I was talking about. I knew this was now I don't see this happening right here.
Micah Parsons.
No, I see him going up much earlier than this.
If he falls that far and Washington's at 19,
I wouldn't be. I was about to say that. I wouldn't be surprised y'all trade up 2 spots.
Pick. That would be. Oh, wouldn't even have to trade if they don't pick him and he falls to 19.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's your best player available. For
well, y'all should be good with Parsons or Phillips, in my opinion.
Yeah, but they're 19 and they're saying Phillips could go to the Dolphins. You know, Dolphins got 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, but you know the range, the radius of
mock drafts, right?
Yeah,
right. I got you. Tevin Jenkins, we didn't talk about that guy. That's what they got going to your team.
That's 6'6", 320.
Greg Newsome the second. That's actually a pretty good pickup for Chicago. Even though I would probably try to get a receiver there, I understand it. Mm-hmm. Rashad Bateman going to the Colts. Wentz has another receiver to throw to. With him and T.Y. Hilton, that'd be pretty decent. Elijah Moore from Ole Miss. Anybody know this guy? Elijah Vera Tucker. I heard that name before. I don't know him that well, but the Jets pick him up after picking not a running back, but a quarterback. Yeah, I can see that. You want somebody to protect Zach Wilson. Najee Harris, number 24, going to the Steelers. I've heard this a lot.
Please don't.
I've heard this in more places than once.
Please don't.
I actually heard it on Sim F Ball's.
Let Ben Roethlisberger wither away.
Yeah, I not only on his podcast or his show. I actually heard it on like television shows that he may go here.
Yeah. Nah, they definitely need a running back, but
no.
I would like to see him in a Bills uniform, honestly. I think he'd be great in a Bills uniform. Morey going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Not bad. Christian Barmore to Alabama going to... But see, this is why I don't understand. Why would you get him? You already got Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett. Why would you pick up another defensive lineman?
Because of Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, that's true. Yeah, didn't even think about that. Good job. Aziel, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but he's an edge. Ojulari. Yeah. Ojulari. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Edge rusher from Georgia going to the Ravens. Like they don't have enough edge rushers already. Okay.
No, they lost a bunch of edge rushers. So
did Calais Campbell leave too?
Yeah, I think so. But they lost Campbell and they lost the other guy that they had from Jacksonville. They lost last name.
Yeah, they did. You're right. Kadarius Toney, wide receiver from Florida.
Yeah, this is late round Steel City range.
That might that might be a reach. I'll go for the LSU receiver before I go for him. What's the receiver from LSU name that we talked about? Not Chase, but the other guy, Terrence Marshall. There he's right there, right under there. See, he went to the Green Bay, right? But I would have went with Marshall first. But then again, he's 6'4", 200. He's almost a prototype of what's his name, slant route guy, same size. So they probably why they won't get him. Jason Owe, edge rush from Penn State. Samuel Cosme out of Texas.
Yeah, they definitely need, because they just sent what's the name to Kansas City.
Yeah, they did.
That's the pick right there. So.
Yeah. And Xavier Collins, edge rusher out of Tulsa, go to Tampa Bay. That's interesting because they got their front seven came back and they got a pretty good front seven already.
Yeah. So just more added pressure. Tampa still will be a threat.
Oh yeah.
So that's gonna be fun.
Pooh said that Michael Pittman died. That's like 3-4 wide receivers for them. Who's Michael Pittman? What the hell?
You don't know Michael Pittman Jr.?
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't heard that name.
Yeah,
no, but I haven't heard that name as being a factor in like years.
No.
What do you mean? It's his son.
That's the other Pittman.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't heard that. That's how long it's been since I heard of that name. Like
well,
Michael
he just
Pittman.
got drafted last year, right?
Yeah. So
that makes sense.
Up and
okay,
coming.
that makes gotcha.
Over at the Colts. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But I mean, they're probably just trying to get a lot of weapons for Wentz. I mean, I don't because their defense is already pretty good. So
just do that one touchdown last year, bum ass Phillip Rivers.
Well,
Hall of Famer, my ass.
Rivers is no longer in the league now, so
thank God for that.
Is he going? Didn't he say he going to like coach like some little league or something like that?
Some
T-ball.
shit like that.
No, he's supposed to be doing some shit like that.
Also, you don't have to throw anything.
Y'all got anything else? Because
Well, I
I
just saw something that came across the timeline. It's official: Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Logan Paul, June 6th. So we don't have that long to wait.
Bills, what you think about that? I want to ask you. What do you think about that?
I hate the Paul brothers. I hate everything about the Paul brothers. I think they both should just die. I can't stand them. They're the scum of the earth. And quite frankly, I hope Floyd Mayweather puts him in a coma. But it's not going to happen because it's exhibition fights. So they're probably just going to dance around for 6 rounds. Or Floyd Mayweather's going to carry him and then knock his ass out when it's time. I'll tell you what, if Floyd Mayweather does by some stretch of the imagination, lose his fight, that's going to be a black eye in the sport of boxing.
And set black people back some more years.
I mean, Jake Paul is already insufferable. So if Logan Paul by some stretch wins, I mean, we'll never hear the end of that shit. So I need Floyd Mayweather to knock this kid out. It's not going to count against his record, but
but still, that regardless, I don't even want to talk about that if that happens. Because see, I don't watch boxing too much, but listen, that can't happen. Nah, terrible.
He already's been training like he's kind of overlooking him, and I mean, any bum that goes and trains for 2 years is going to have a puncher's chance in there against a guy that is overlooking him. So hopefully Floyd goes in there and just beats the hell out of him.
I agree.
But we'll see, I guess.
And also, I'm just sitting here, I'm again looking at my timeline. I swear, low information people do not deserve to post anything on Twitter. There's a guy that's making fun of Eric Flowers while he was on the Giants. It was like the Washington football team just traded for this guy. Like, when he was with us, he did way better. Apparently, he must be a Giants fan. I don't know what type.
But see, this is the thing.
He must be a Panther fan because it says Keith Gano or something like that.
Yeah, because this is the problem.
He is a Giants fan. Yeah.
This is the problem with a lot of people on social media. There are low information, and not only that, they're just dumb. They're just low in general. Because it's one thing to be low information because that just shows that you're not looking. Some people are just dumb. They just don't know at all. They're not even trying. They're just stupid.
Well, in this case, it's a Giants fan, so they're bitter about the fact that Eric Flowers didn't work out for them, but worked out for us and worked out for Miami, and now it's going to work out for us. So, fuck you, all Giants fans.
I don't know. I don't have anything else. I'm going to ask Bills a couple questions before we go. Bills, what do you think about MLB The Show?
Great so far. Got to make the same slider adjustments you always do, which is kind of sad at this point. But I mean, other than that, no, it's graphically beautiful and plays well.
I've streamed it the other day, not too long ago. It plays pretty well. I like it. I don't have a problem with it.
It's pretty nice. I mean, they still need to stop with these incremental changes. There are some things that they need to fix, but it's like I told DJ, because the game has been so good for so long, they kind of get away with just kind of giving you that product that is, 90% good, but 10% kind of like bullshit. I mean, he's still talking about the ball going through the bat, and it's just,
yeah, DJ just posted that earlier.
Certain things that never change.
Yeah, it's still crazy that it does that. And then, like I said, even with having the diagram up at the bottom to show that the timing was registered as late, but physically appear on time, leads me to believe that programming wise, that ball disappeared. And it technically through the programming is swinging through air, because the ball should have been in the glove if you're talking about somebody swinging late. Sorry. But still, for extra $10, I can't get any birds in the outfield. Yards.
Hey, man. Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
Come on.
I told you, man, as soon as you get a chance, man, you got to get an S, man, at least. Hey,
I'm not getting an S.
Hey, man, the Series S is pretty decent, man. Hold up. No. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. I'm looking at this thing on the screen. I thought it said people got in a fight in Walmart for $15, but it says Walmart fights against minimum wage for $15. I thought it said people was fighting in Walmart for $15.
I've seen too many fights that people have videotaped in the past week. It is people just...
They fighting in Walmart?
People just fighting in stores, not just Walmart, just period. Like restaurants, whatever. Like,
right.
I don't know what it is. People just want to fight now these days.
Damn,
hey, I'm not even gonna lie, man. I haven't seen a good fight in person in a long time. I would like to see one in person one day soon. Like, I just want to see two people just fight.
I haven't seen a good fight.
I haven't seen one in a long time. I want to. I'll pull out my camera and I'll pull out my phone. Look like I'm a dial 911, but I'll be filming the whole thing, and then I'll put it on. What's that place called? World Star. Yeah. Is that still up? Let's look. That's from
It's probably up, but it's not relevant anymore.
Nah, you got to put it on TikTok. Put it on TikTok.
A PS3.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let's look at this chat real quick one more time. Pooh said, "Fuck a PS5 and an Xbox Series S." Why? Well, I understand why, but why?
Whatever.
Grab me a PS3, got the true backwards compatibility. Okay. I get it. I get it. I mean, it's okay. Ain't nothing to beat your chest over, but okay.
I thought you was about to say something else. All right.
Oh, no.
I thought you about to say nothing to beat your meat over. I'm like, what? Airport in Miami. Where you could see some good fights?
Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was a couple of fights in the airports.
Damn.
People getting washed at the airports over seats.
That's crazy.
God.
But no, I mean, like I said, I recently got an Xbox Series S, and I like the console. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the digital only thing, but it's okay. I like it a lot. I've been playing a few games on it. I'm still mad because Medium is not the game that I thought it'd be. It's a fun game, but it's not. It has no action in it. It's kind of like a Beyond Two Souls type game where you just walk around and do stuff.
Oh, that one.
It's one of those types, or like a Heavy Rain type. It's like Heavy Rain without the quick time events. It's okay, but I thought it was the way they put it out there. The trail, I thought it was gonna be some action in the game, but it's okay.
First off.
Nobody's paying. Well, I mean, if you pay regular retail, it's not $700. But
it's not justified to you.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, look.
Then again, buying a PS3 in 2021 isn't justified for me either. But I'm not gonna go there.
Listen. I'm the last person to tell you what's justified or not because I've bought some expensive games. So I mean, spend your money the way you. And I even told DJ I was like this close to going to StockX and buying a Xbox Series X for like $750.
Man, don't let them scalpers win.
Yeah, I was going to do that at one point, but I ended up getting this one out the store. So
who said sooner or later that's just gonna end? That BS won't last long. You mean like 6 months? Well, fuck, we almost in May. That console in November.
We talked about this that this situation with these consoles could last it well into 2022.
Right, I mean, it's not gonna last.
Well, they said Sony is looking to increase their production.
They're going to need to because the holiday season is going to be here right before you know it. So they're going to have to. They don't want to be caught in a situation where this is going on during the holiday season. That'd be really bad for them. Well, you want to talk about a stock? That'd be a good time to go ahead and purchase some stock in Sony if that happens, because their stock is going to go down.
Well, they kind of
console is going to turn both of these consoles are going to turn into the boy who cried wolf. And I said this when the shit was going on before. People are going to stop caring. That's what's going to happen. They're going to stop caring. Because if you think about it, there haven't been many major releases for either console thus far. Okay, so you got to think about it. People are hanging their hat on Returnal. Like, all right.
Exactly.
We haven't really missed anything yet. Your Gran Turismo hasn't come out. The boxing game isn't going to come out until winter time for consoles. So, there's no big releases right now that people are like, oh, I need to come on. No.
Right.
So
no, but like I said, I'm still trying to look for a X before a 5 because it's just I'm in love with the way the Xbox is set up as far as gaming. I mean, I've always wanted one before I got the PS5 anyway, but when I got the S, it's more like a confirmation for me now. Like, I really want the X. This console back here is probably going to end up going like in the other room or something. Excellent. But yeah, I believe it because this little joker is amazing. People be shitting on this damn console. This console is really good for what it is.
Yeah, it's responsible for holding back next gen as far as the games are concerned. The ones
that's a good question.
But actually, cross gen games, the idea of making games cross gen is holding back.
But see, this what I want to know. This what I want to know is. Well, we won't know this until like another year or two. Like, will the games get held back because of this console? Let's say, like with let's say for instance with Forza Motorsport when that come out, or Forza Horizon 5. Well, like, will you think it'll be held back because of the S? That's a good question.
Didn't we already see Sony basically say they're going to support the PS4 for the next 4 years?
I say like next 3 or 4 years or something like that.
So if that's the case,
3,
yeah. So if that's the case, regardless, it's going to be held back until these games are made and released strictly on next gen. It's going to be held back.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I mean, they're already talking about in some cases like the Xbox One X. The One X is like slightly below the Series S. So it's like if they're going to be making games for the Series S, they're pretty much going to be making them for the Xbox One X. So they're going to be held back for at least like till what 2023 maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you have the sports games that we've already talked about it at length on here in the past. That shit arguably could have been done on last gen, but they sold it to us on next gen, put some new graphics on it, and called it a game built from the ground up. And multiple games did that. So, I mean, now you're looking at a situation where your first major sports release, in my opinion, on next-gen consoles will be PES, because that's eagerly anticipated after that little sneak preview they gave us, when they said they weren't going to put out a next-gen game last year. So that's going to be interesting, but then again, that's not till holiday season this year.
Who got robbed?
So maybe, and then MLB The Show, and the MLB The Show doesn't really count because
it doesn't.
Playing it on the PS4.
No, if you look at that game from Digital Foundry's perspective, it's basically the same game that's just been ported over.
Yeah,
in most cases
with stadium creators,
right?
And birds in the outfield,
right? Like they put a few more things in the game, but Digital Foundry literally said that game is a PlayStation 4 game that was basically slightly enhanced for the other console.
And the sad thing is charging $70.
High five, Bills. Hey, Bills, high five. We got that bitch on Game Pass.
Okay.
DJ got to pay for that shit.
Sony has we're punching. Yeah, but Sony has we're punching air. Why you on Game Pass? Bullshit. Meanwhile, we're sitting back like, oh, the 20th. All right,
we just download that shit and wait.
We'll be there.
Yeah, I'm still paying $60 because I'm on PS4 Pro, so I'm okay with what it is right now. So
but that's the thing. Nothing is different about the game outside of Stadium Creator. Nothing feels
that's it.
Year to year with MLB The Show. It's just
again
because I thought it was a difference when I told DJ like the hitting feels better, like the contact of the bat feels better, and DJ said it's like it feels the same way over there. It feels like it's been enhanced over there. So I was like, well, they basically gave us the same game straight throughout all the consoles.
Well, like except for them seagulls at Camden Yards that one will fly and then they'll fly in a group. Yeah, that's the extra. I might keep ragging on this because that's just insane.
Well, here's the last thing. I know y'all didn't want to run too long, but I mean, MLB The Show is slowly but surely getting to the point where Madden is, where 2K is.
I need to get Yaku Sports Spirits.
Go ahead, Bills.
No, go ahead. I'll say.
I'm just saying, people are tired of MLB The Show putting out damn near the same game every year. Now franchise is really getting hammered, which I told DJ is hilarious considering the fact Madden has nothing in its franchise. And MLB The Show's had a great franchise for years. Now that franchise is getting hammered. But in general, the incremental changes, people are getting tired of it. There's no other franchise making a baseball game that is even close to a contender. RBI baseball, give me a fucking break. So yeah, we need another game on the market. I think we've gotten to that point. At first, it was like, yeah, MLB The Show is cool. It's a great game. We don't need a competitor. Now, I'm kind of disagreeing with that.
See, the funny thing is that, and we've kind of mentioned it in passing, but it's again reared its ugly head, and that's the servers. You're charging both generational consumers $70 and $60. And you can't even fix your servers. I'm like, nothing's recorded, and there was actually a comparison video between that baseball game that you're displaying and MLB The Show, and the fact that the 1-for-1 hitting is where it's at.
They said they updated this game for 2020. They got an update for. I wonder if they did one for 2021. I had this game on PS3. It's a very good baseball game, but I didn't get the PS4 version. I'm going to look up and see if they did one for 2021 because, like I said, they did 2019, but I guess they made a patch for the 2020 season. But they haven't done one for this season yet.
Yeah, you got to get it imported.
Yeah, you got to get this from Japan because, I can buy it now, but it'll come from I don't think any.
And for that baseball game, they used the Fox engine.
Wait a minute.
What
the hell is this?
Looking at these other games that down here.
Is that basketball?
That's what I was saying. Look, that's some kiddie shit. When I seen it, yeah, it's the Olympics. But look, they got the kiddie look. I thought it was like simulation type. Look at
this. That shit look like Xbox avatars.
Right, that's what I said. I thought it was like the real. Look at this shit. My man's on fire running. Look at this shit.
Man, they don't get this. Olympic trail of fire. This fucking Olympic playground shit out of here.
Like track and field on steroids.
It's fucking 2K Tokyo playground.
Yeah, and look at it. Look, they got the men running with the women. Well, at least they all about equality. They got the men running with the women.
She might be trained.
All right, that's it. Let me stop this screen. He might be trained.
Kay with Jenner out there running with him.
Oh.
Yo, but from a distance, that game looked dope. The cover, I was like, yo, wait a minute, what is this?
Basketball and was like, wait, is this some type of basketball game we don't know about?
That's what I was saying. I was like, wait a minute, because if it is,
shit,
it's some damn Wii, like some Wii Sports type shit. Like, nah, I'm good. But I do plan on. I may end up importing this baseball game because I do want to try it. Because I had this the one I had. I'll pull this back up so I'll show you guys. If it shows up, this is the one I did have.
Monster Hunter has surpassed Street Fighter 5 with Capcom's all-time sales record.
I could believe that because Street Fighter 5 started out fucked up. That's why
DLC ass.
Yeah,
game.
this the game that I used to have. This the game that I had. And this one is this is a really good baseball game as well.
Apex made a game about a video about that, comparing that to MLB The Show, talking about MLB The Show's trash compared to it.
I ain't gonna say it's trash. I ain't gonna say it's trash, but this game does give MLB The Show for a run for its money. It does.
It does. It definitely does.
I ain't gonna say it's better. It makes it look like trash, but
hey,
look, hey, check this out. This game had the new blow system. Take that for what you want.
Wait a minute.
See? New blow system. There you go.
What's it featuring the sideline reporter?
Tactics of the sock. What are you doing with a sock?
Hey, listen, I don't know what that means. All I know, it plays a good game of basketball, baseball.
New blow system. That sounds like a thing that Houston uses to cheat.
Sure. Or Kurt Schilling. And
oh God. David Ruffin.
Oh God.
New blow system. Oh, we stop.
Damn, this game looks really good though. Yeah, this is a PS3 game too. That looks really good.
Look at that fucking lighting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Holy shit. Wish I had a wrestling game like that.
I know, right? For a PS3 game, this looks good.
Oh yeah, and WWE 2K, I guess you can count as a big release that's coming out. They claim coming out soon. When is soon?
Oh, there's a possibility that it may not be a next-gen version. I heard there's rumors surrounding that.
Really?
It's rumors.
So I don't even care. I just hope the game comes out and is good. I don't even care what
but they.
I'm gonna look at the PS4 version. Look at the. Give us some screenshots. This is stupid. Oh, no, that looks good.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, I need to go buy this. I don't know Japanese, but I'll learn it. Oh, but one thing, this right here, this little smiley face, that's their confidence. I do remember that.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much.
I do remember that's their confidence. And one thing about this, they'll tell you, they have like the scale. You see the scale right here? It's even, it's almost even, but it tells you I think it's either the confidence or I think it's the confidence that they have against the player versus their rival. And this is based on the pitcher versus the batter, not the team.
Still Pool over here talking about pirates or shit.
Jailbreak what?
It's 2021.
Game, I guess.
All these streaming services out here, and you're gonna still pirate games.
Oh, by the way, forgot to mention this. I do like how they have relationships between players on Road to the Show. That's a nice touch. So, like, I'm a second baseman, and me and the first baseman are really close now because obviously that's where I'm making most of my plays to when I'm getting people out. So that's pretty dope. And the team is starting to come together, and I have a great chemistry with I think like the catcher or maybe like the shortstop. So that's pretty dope. I do like that. That actually adds a different element because it gives you a rating boost.
I tried to do Road to the Show, and they started me off sitting on a couch trying to figure out what race I'm going to be. That's when I stopped.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they ask you like what team you want to play for, what race you want to be, and
what race you want to be.
Yeah, they did that to me when I was trying to do Road to the Show. I just didn't. Yeah. When I did the Road to the Show.
Oh, that's because you didn't create your player yet.
No, I just went straight in.
Yeah, that's what I asked you when that happened, because I was just like, yeah, I created my player on the outside.
I created the player before, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so maybe I should do it that way, because I just went straight in franchise with the Braves. Yeah, he was asking me what race I want to be.
How you gonna ask after what race you want to be?
Yeah, that's I was like, wait a minute, that's kind of intrusive. Wait a minute,
you, Sammy Sosa?
Oh, they'll probably ask him for real. Like, they won't ask him what race you want to be. They'll probably ask like, "What race are you?" Like, bro, you were dark skinned in the late '90s. Now you're like looking like powder. Like, what are you, bro?
That motherfucker went from a home run race to Jackie Wilson.
He went from the home run race to no race.
Motherfucker look like you. Go ahead.
The man was the first ever two-way player.
Motherfucker's clear. That's why motherfucker, this race is clear. You got that shit on his driver's license. Like, bro, this says C on your driver's license. That mean Caucasian? No, sir, that means clear. I'm clear.
Motherfucker look like Frank Sinatra kicked him off stage in the 50s. That's what he looked like. We had that damn hairstyle.
Motherfucker like he been dipped in hand sanitizer. He has no.
Oh my god.
Bills, let's get out of here, man. What's your outro, man? Let everybody know what you're doing and what's going on going forward with you, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm back. I'm just gonna try to post some. It's hard. Okay, it's hard to post my music. Like, I've been doing beats that aren't like my producer's beats just so I can like post some shit. So right. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna just start pulling beats from YouTube and kind of post them, just kind of, until I can post my actual music. Because that's what I've been working on. Like I said, DJ song the other day. So yeah, you can still find me on IG at Official Grand Music. That's MUSIC. And obviously you can find me on Twitter at JMBMJ. And
yeah, I got
that's
that.
pretty much it. I'm back, and it was good to be back. And yeah,
shit.
Pretty much it.
I need to get those manners up so I can put them down here. DJ, what about you, man? What's been going on? Where can they find your stuff?
Well, they're not going to find that stuff anywhere. But
what stuff are we talking about, sir?
I don't know the way you phrase it. I don't know what you're looking for, sir. But you can find me on Twitch, EVO325. Of course, tomorrow night will be multi-streaming from Twitch and YouTube. So we're going to have episode 25 of What the Fuck Just Happened, featuring Mortal Kombat. I will definitely be give you my thoughts, my takes, little insights on the movie. Again, you guys need to watch the movie because possible spoilers. So we're going to talk about it tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my Twitch channel and YouTube channel as a multi-streaming. So you can also find me at Twitter, DJ81. And I have something, I do have a written, well, I'm working on it, but I do have a write-up blog of Mortal Kombat in the works. So you can find my site at dj81.org, where that also contains the YouTube playlist for What the Fuck Just Happened. So you can catch all my episodes, all 3 seasons thus far. And you can also find me on Spotify and SoundCloud. So,
God damn it, I still don't have that link. I have to go find it.
That's egregious. I'm watching your video right now. That is fucking egregious.
Yeah, and
you saw it's still doing that shit. You see
it, right? Swing too late on a fastball. Like,
that's what I point out is that physically you see that he did not swing late. It's a programming thing.
And it's something else.
There's
something else I'll bring up after the podcast
right.
that makes this even worse.
But everybody, thank you for coming through, and shout out to Bills for popping up.
Definitely.
And it was funny because I had to play everything off because I seen Pooh say something, and then I seen like the phones blow up and whatnot. I had to act like, and that's why I was saying I was stalling for a little bit. Let me see what position we're on and blah 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 blah. I was being as smooth as possible to coordinate this whole thing with Bill showing up. So, yes, we pulled it off.
It's all good. Good to see you back, Bills. Good to see you back. And as for me, what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, I don't know. I probably won't be doing anything. I may do a couple videos and probably put one up. So check that out. That'll be on the VFcast channel. That link is down in the description. Also, Thursday, we're going to be doing an extended episode where we're going to be doing everything as far as the draft. We're going to have a live reaction and a commentary. May even do a call-in so you guys can come in and voice your thoughts and opinion about what team that you like and what team that what pick that they made, yay or nay. Give your opinions about it, and we'll have probably like a good minute or two per caller. Depends on the demand of how many people are in, and they can give us their thoughts about the picks for the. I think they're only doing the first round on tomorrow on Thursday. Yeah, so we'll definitely do that. So every time we do a draft, it usually takes a good bit of time. So we'll probably be here maybe like 3-4 hours. So you guys come by and hang tight. Don't worry about ESPN. Don't worry about FS1. Don't worry about all them other ones. We have the best coverage over here, I believe. So come over here and fellowship with us. Other than that, I think everything is good. I won't be doing any streaming until probably Friday outside of that because I'm not going to be doing anything tomorrow but making videos, and we'll stream the podcast. And as far as streaming, I'll be doing some streaming, but I got to clean up back here. I'm still doing making the room correct, and everything is still a mess over here.
Yeah, we got to get you clear lighting. Because that sunset lighting.
Tomorrow, that yellow light?
Yeah,
that's just a regular light. I could cut that off and I'll show you.
It's not even just that. You can actually get a clear color light bulb or clean the thing or whatever. See that it's actually better. It's better if I did it this way, but I just kept that. You always want your lighting behind the camera.
But what I want to do is I'm gonna get a second one of these, and I'm gonna have them over here and over here instead of.
That's great because that looks like a damn hospital bed light.
Yeah, I know it does look like it. All I do is be laying like this. All I do is laying like this, and I'm in a hospital. Now I'm gonna get 2 of them that go up here. Probably keep this one to get 2 more up here.
Yeah, that's what I have. I have 2 like floor lamps like right here pointed upward, so you see like the balanced lighting, and plus the blackout curtain actually helps. I just kept that on just because, but I could keep it off. It's no big deal. Right. But we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. We will see you guys Thursday. Check out DJ's podcast on Wednesday, and check out Bill's music whenever he puts it up on Twitter. Hell, just follow him on Twitter anyway. He always have funny stuff to say. Mm-hmm. And we're going to get up out of here. You guys be blessed. You guys be safe. And you guys take it easy. Peace.
I haven't said it for a long time. Fuck Karl Malone.
You know you love